What's up, everybody? I'm Zanny Cakes, and today I'm going to go over one of the strongest budget cow farming builds in Path of Diablo. Javazons have always been top notch when it comes to the Moo Moo farm, and throwing poison into the mix makes them even better. As with my other budget builds, you don't need any specific gear to make the build work. I'll go over skills, stats, entry level gear, endgame gear, and give you some tips to make your runs as fast as possible. Alright, let's get into the stats. So as far as your stats go, you just have enough strength and dexterity to hold your gear, everything else in vitality. You don't need any energy. As you can see, my resistances are pretty horrible. You really don't need any resistances to run cows. If you want to, maybe a little bit in lightning resistance, as you'll run into the Cow King every game, which is lightning enchanted, but it's definitely not necessary. As far as skills go, bow and crossbow skills, none. Passive and magic, you want one in inner sight, one in phase run, one in dodge, one in avoid, one in evade, one in lethal strike, one in penetrate, and one in pierce. You don't need a decoy or Valkyrie. They mess up your herding when you're running cows, and the Valkyrie with 1 point is pretty much useless anyways. Javelin and spear skills, you get 1 point in jab, 1 point in power strikes as prerequisites. You max out poison javelin, max out lightning bolt, max out plague javelin, max out lightning fury. Once you max out all of those, you can then split your remaining points between evade, avoid, and dodge. You can put them in phase run if you want a higher chance to reset the duration and a longer duration. These lethal strike and penetrate don't really do anything for you. And with pierce, you can put more points in pierce. If you're running razor tail, you don't need them. Your best bet is the dodge, avoid, and evade. And that's about it for skills. All right, moving on to gear. Titan's Revenge is a staple for any Javazon. You're looking for the plus to skills, faster run walk, stats, and replenishes quantity. The enhanced damage really doesn't matter. The life leech really doesn't matter. You just need the plus skills. Valkyrie Wing, I use this for the plus the skills, run walk, hit recovery, and mana after each kill. All of those stats are fantastic for running cows. Other good options for helms would be Lower Runeward is pretty good. Peasant Crown is good. Shaco is good. Your best in slot would probably be a Griffin's Eye with facets in it. For chest, your super budget option would be Peace. This is actually really a good armor for the Javazon cow farming build. It's extremely cheap. 3 socketed armor, and the highest rune in it is Shale. Gives you +2 to skills and faster hit recovery. Gloves, I got lucky and found some +3 10 IAS ones. Other gloves that add IAS would be good, or even just +3 blue gloves without increased attack speed, or +2 rare with some stats or magic find. The gloves are pretty open. You just are looking for skills or attack speed, or preferably both. Spirit is fantastic. It gives you +2 to skills, 55% faster hit recovery. You hit your 52% FHR breakpoint with just this shield, and some resistances are nice. Not needed really with cows, but that never hurts. Silkweaves are amazing with the +5 to mana after each kill. I use them for that and the faster run walk. The other stats on it don't really matter. If you can't find Silkweaves, some rare boots with faster run walk, magic find would be good. War Travelers, Alders, Natalia's boots are pretty open-ended. I would highly recommend Silkweaves. Razor Tail or Thunder God's Vigor are your 2 best bets for your belts. Oh, that was kind of hard to say. But Razor Tail, I use it for pierce. I get between that and the passive skill, you get over a 100% chance to pierce, which is fantastic. With Thunder God's Vigor, you get some lightning absorb and 3 more levels in lightning fury. Rings, you want a Raven Frost. CNC ones are very cheap and easy to get. You're just using it for the dexterity and can't be frozen. Your other ring is optional. You can use whatever you want. I'm using Nagel just for some magic find. Ideally, you would want a Bull Kathos or Stone of Jordan, but really whatever you want to put in here is fine. Cat's Eye Amulets, faster run walk, increased attack speed, and dexterity. Can't go wrong with that. Other good options would be anything that adds plus to skills. Very low end would be Eye of Etlich, a rare Amazon amulet that adds plus to skills. Mara's is really good. High Lord's Wrath is good. Charms, you just want to get resistances, faster run walk, magic find, life. I've actually got quite a few max damage charms in here just because I was bow spec and too lazy to switch them out. But ideally you want plus Javelin, spear skills, torch, Annihilus. I obviously don't have an Annihilus yet, but charms are pretty open-ended as well. On my switch, I've got a Harmony for the Vigor Aura and 6% faster run walk arrows. That's just for mobility purposes. I don't actually shoot anything. I just use these when I'm running to go find the leg and in between cow packs. And as you can see, I don't have a mercenary. The mercenary will just mess up your cow herding, so it's better to leave him out. If you're looking for more endgame farming, if you want to run pits, Chaos Sanctuary, Bale runs, your mercenary that you would want to get is an Act 2 mercenary with an Infinity. And yeah, that's about it for gear. There are several things you can do that make your cow runs faster and more efficient. Hunting down Wirt's Leg can add a lot of time to your runs. To find Tristram, you need to find the road. It starts at the entrance to Stony Field and goes to the underground passage. It's not the case in every game, but you'll often find the road north of the waypoint. I typically run north until I hit a wall and search the outside of the map going clockwise. The entrance to underground passage will either be in the cave wall or somewhere in the middle of the map. If you find the underground passage or entrance to Stony Field, follow the road until you see the yellow X pop up on your minimap. You can kill champ and unique packs along the way if you want. That'll add some more time to your runs. I throw out a Lightning Fury or two if a pack is in my way, but otherwise I don't bother. I did get a Sir Rune to drop off of Rakinishu yesterday, so it can be worth your time to kill the champ and boss packs. Same goes for the champion and unique packs inside Tristram. I typically skip them unless they're in the way of me getting the leg, but again, that is completely optional. I would also recommend keeping your cube and several Tomes of Town Portal in your stash. This keeps your trips to Akara to a minimum. The stash is closer to the town portals than Akara is, and it frees up inventory space, even more so reducing the time you spend at a vendor. As far as optimizing your time clearing the cow level itself is concerned, there's a couple things that you can do to bring down your times there as well. The first would be to increase your killing power, which would be through gear improvements, getting more plus to skills, or getting things like Lightning Facets or Griffin's Eye. And the other way is to improve your run speed. The way that faster run walk works is you get a new breakpoint for every 5% faster run walk that you have. Our Titan's Revenge adds 30. On our Switch we have the Harmony Bow, which adds 37 from its aura, as well as the 6% that on our arrows, and a 3% faster run walk small charm. With Harmony active, I hit 3 higher breakpoints in move speed than I do with Titan's Revenge active. To further optimize your move speed, you want to have as much uptime on phase run as possible. I keep phase run as my right click with Harmony active, so I hit W to switch to Harmony, right click, that activates phase run, I can hit W to switch back, and I still have Lightning Fury and Plague Javelin on my left and right click for my primary weapons. When you're running cows, there will be several small groups of cows fairly close together. You want to run in between them and group them all up into one bigger group. This is usually referred to as herding, and ideally you want to do this with your Harmony out and phase run active. Once they're all in a big group, you switch back to your Titans, throw out a Plague Javelin into the middle of the group of cows, and then Lightning Fury until the whole herd falls over. The Plague Javelin clouds will spread over time, and they usually will catch any of these stragglers that didn't get killed by Lightning Fury. You can also throw a Plague Javelin perpendicular to the way that you are running, and then kite any stragglers through it, and they will also die. The majority of the cows will die to your Lightning Fury. Plague Javelin is there to pick up stragglers, as well as it is your tool to kill champions, uniques, and the Cow King. You don't have to kill absolutely every single cow on the map. Usually you want to shoot for at least 95% or so, but it's not worth the time to sit there and kill one cow that's following you around. If it doesn't get herded into your next group, it's not going to be the end of the world. One thing I would recommend taking the time to do is try to open all of the chests and loose boulders and the dead rogue corpses, or at least as many of them as you can. In Path of Diablo, the loot has what's called a no drop equals 0 chance. So that means that everything that you kill will drop something, and chests and boulders and lootable objects are all affected by that. Chests and other lootable objects are a very good way to get gems, jewels, grand charms. You can get uniques out of them. Overall, it's just a really good idea to loot as many of them as you possibly can. My final tip would be get a good loot filter and decide what you're going to pick up before you start your runs. I don't pick up any rune below Om except for Ral runes, which I use for crafting caster amulets. That saves you time from running back and forth deciding on whether or not you want to pick up that Nef room that dropped. I hope this video helps you understand the Hybrid Javazon and how to use them as a cow farmer. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what your favorite cow runner is. And as always, good luck, have fun, and hope to see you out there.